Strong bones forever. How to naturally reverse osteoporosis at any age. Breaking the myth. Stronger bones start. Here, have you ever been told that it's impossible to rebuild your bones after a certain age unless you rely on medication? Maybe a doctor or even a well-meaning friend said it's just part of getting older. But what if I told you that's not the full story? What if you learned that the secret to stronger bones has been with us for thousands of years, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered before we dive in? If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. Setting the stage, the power of ancient wisdom plus modern science. Let's rewind time. Imagine a group of early humans around 7,000 years ago. Hunter-gatherers navigating rugged terrain, lifting heavy objects daily, squatting, climbing, chasing prey, foraging in wild fields. Their bones incredibly strong. In fact, research from anthropologists and bone scientists has revealed that their bone density was up to 20% higher than ours today. That's right, without supplements, without high-tech gyms, without modern medicine. So what did they do right? As it turns out, their lifestyle provided the perfect formula: nutrient-rich food, intense physical activity, and a lack of harmful modern habits. Fast forward to today, we have the science to understand it and the tools to recreate that environment in a smarter, safer, more accessible way. We call it the Strong Bones Forever formula, and it's built on this simple but powerful equation: BBXOXM RF = SBF building blocks times osteogenic loading times, muscle molecules minus resistance. Factors equals strong bones forever. Don't worry, you won't need a medical degree to follow along. Over the next few parts, we're going to explore what each of these means in real, everyday terms. Whether you're 60, 75, or even 85, you can take back control of your bone health naturally. Reframing hope. What this means for you: too often aging is treated like a slow decline, but it doesn't have to be. You are not fragile. You are adaptive, resilient, and capable of change. Your body is always listening, always responding. The question is, what signals are you sending it? This series is about helping you send the right ones. So if you've ever felt frustrated by bone scans that show decline, worried about taking medication with tough side effects, or simply unsure what to do next, you're in the right place. This isn't just information, it's transformation. Let me ask you, what would it feel like to know that your bones are getting stronger again? To walk with more confidence, to get up from your chair with ease, to hug your grandkids without hesitation? That reality is possible, and we're going to take it one step at a time. Bone Building 101. Understanding your renovation crew. Let's take a moment to look beneath the surface literally. Your bones might feel like solid, unchanging structures, but in truth, they are incredibly dynamic. Imagine them as houses under continuous renovation. Every day, old materials are torn down and new ones are laid in their place. This process is called bone remodeling, and it's happening inside your body right now, no matter your age. Now think of this renovation like a job site with three types of workers. First up, the osteoclasts. These are your demolition crew. Their job breaking down old, worn-out bone tissue. It might sound counterproductive, but this clearing process is crucial. It makes space for new, stronger bone to grow. Next, the osteoblasts. These are the builders. After the demolition crew has done its work, the osteoblasts arrive to lay down fresh, solid bone. They're responsible for increasing bone mass and repairing fractures. And finally, the osteocytes. Think of them as your on-site project managers. They live inside the bone and monitor things like pressure stress or damage. When something needs fixing, they send signals to the other two crews directing traffic, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Together, these three cell types form what we call a bone remodeling unit, a perfectly tuned team that, when balanced, maintains healthy, strong bones throughout life. But here's where things often go wrong, especially in osteoporosis. In a healthy skeleton, bone breakdown and bone building occur at roughly the same pace. It's a balanced rhythm. But with osteoporosis, that rhythm gets thrown off. The demolition crew, the osteoclasts, start working overtime, tearing down bone faster than the builders can replace it. That's when bone density begins to decline. Now here's the key. Many medications only target one part of this process, usually by slowing down the osteoclasts. While this might sound like a good idea, it can actually disrupt the delicate balance of bone remodeling. Sometimes slowing down demolition without encouraging construction just leaves the building site in limbo. And I say this not to scare you, but to empower you. Because once you understand how this team works, you can start supporting all three roles, not just one. That's the heart of the Strong Bones Forever approach. We're not just putting up a stop sign. We're giving your body the full toolkit it needs to restore and rebuild. And remember, your bones don't stop remodeling just because you hit a certain birthday. With the right support, they're still listening, still responding. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're with me. It really helps us build a stronger, more supportive community for everyone on this journey. In the next section, we'll talk about what those building blocks are, specific nutrients your bones are desperately asking for. This is where the transformation truly begins. Ready to learn what goes into the blueprint of stronger bones, building blocks, the nutritional foundation of bone health. Let's imagine for a moment that your bones are a home you're trying to rebuild. The renovation crew is ready. Osteoclasts, osteoblasts, and osteocytes are standing by. But what happens if they don't have the right materials? Even the best crew can't work without supplies. That's where the building blocks come in, essential nutrients your body needs to create new, strong, fracture-resistant bone. Step 1. Minerals. More than just calcium. When we talk about bones, calcium always comes to mind, and yes, calcium is important. Think of it as the primary bricks of your bone structure. But here's the thing, bricks alone don't make a house sturdy. You also need cement screws and steel beams to hold everything together. That's where other minerals come in. Magnesium helps calcium absorb and supports bone flexibility. Phosphorus teams up with calcium to form hydroxyapatite, the crystal structure that gives bones their strength. Trace minerals including zinc, boron, silica, copper, manganese, and strontium act like tiny reinforcements, making sure your bone-building process holds firm. Quick tip. Instead of reaching for a plain calcium supplement, look for a complete bone support formula that includes 300-600 milligrams of calcium, ideally in forms like calcium citrate or hydroxyapatite. 300-600 milligrams of magnesium, a full panel of trace minerals mentioned above. This combination creates a more bioavailable, balanced mineral supply that your bones can actually use. Step 2. Vitamins that activate the process. Minerals are critical, but without certain vitamins, your body might not absorb or direct them properly. Vitamin D3 is the gatekeeper. It allows calcium and phosphorus to pass from your digestive tract into your bloodstream. Without enough of it, most of that good stuff simply passes right through your system. Vitamin K2 MK7 form acts like a traffic cop. It tells calcium where to go straight to your bones and keeps it out of soft tissues like your arteries. This not only supports bone density but protects your heart too. Suggested dosages. General guidelines: vitamin D 32000 to 5000 IU daily. Vitamin K2 MK7 around 200 mcg daily. Again, everyone's needs are different, so it's always wise to check your blood levels with your doctor. And yes, a quality multivitamin can help cover the bases, especially for supportive nutrients like vitamin C, B6, and others that indirectly impact bone health. Step 3. Protein. The framework of bone strength. Here's something most people don't expect. Bones are about 50% protein by volume. Without adequate protein, all the calcium in the world won't build strong bones. You'd end up with something more like chalk than steel. Protein provides the collagen matrix, a flexible framework that gives bones their shape and ability to absorb shock. Minerals are deposited onto that matrix to harden it. Yet many older adults don't get enough protein, especially women trying to eat light. But if you're working to build or maintain bone, protein isn't optional, it's essential. How much do you need? A good target is 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. For example, if your ideal weight is 140 pounds, aim for 140 grams of protein per day. Not sure where to start? Try adding a high-quality protein shake or Greek yogurt to breakfast, or a palm-sized portion of chicken or lentils to lunch and dinner. Let's recap your bone-building blocks. Minerals. A full spectrum, not just calcium. Vitamins, especially D3 and K2 for absorption and direction. Protein. The structural framework upon which strong bones are built. Now I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Maybe it's reviewing your current supplement routine or simply adding an extra egg to your breakfast. Whatever it is, every step matters. Osteogenic loading, stress that strengthens. Let's take a step back and think about something powerful. Our ancestors had incredibly strong bones and they didn't go to the gym. So how did they do it? It all comes down to how bones respond to stress. No, not emotional stress. We're talking mechanical stress, the kind that comes from movement, weight-bearing, and force. And here's the beautiful truth: your bones are built to adapt. This concept is called Wolff's Law. It means that bones grow stronger in response to the loads placed upon them. The more you challenge them safely and appropriately, the more they rebuild, thicken, and reinforce themselves. That's where osteogenic loading comes in. It's a specific form of physical stimulus that tells your bones, hey, we need to be stronger than this. Let's build. What is osteogenic loading? Osteogenic loading is about applying brief, high-intensity loads to your bones enough to stimulate bone growth without requiring hours of exercise. The key here isn't duration, it's intensity. Research shows that just one session per week of osteogenic loading exercises can make a real difference in bone density, 5–10% improvement in a year for many individuals. The basics of an osteogenic session. Focus on compound movements like squats, leg presses, chest presses, and rows. Use weights heavy enough that you can only complete 4–8 repetitions with good form. Perform 3–4 sets per movement, resting between sets. Keep the total session around 30 minutes. And don't worry, you don't need to become a bodybuilder. You just need to gradually load your bones through smart, guided strength training. That means starting light, focusing on form first, and working with a qualified trainer or physical therapist if you're new to resistance exercises. Tip for beginners: a Smith machine. Squat wall squats with a ball or using resistance bands can be excellent starting points. Safety first. Always. The goal isn't to push your limits recklessly. It's to progress safely and let your body adapt. Remember, we're playing the long game. Strong bones are built over time, not overnight. Every session is a signal. Every repetition is a whisper to your bones, we need you. Get stronger. Why this works so well for older adults? You might think, isn't this too intense for my age? But in fact, the opposite is true. Older adults benefit the most from properly designed osteogenic loading. It helps counteract bone loss. It improves posture and balance. It increases confidence in everyday movements like standing up, walking, or climbing stairs. A 70-year-old woman in Oregon saw a 7% increase in her hip bone density after 1 year of consistent osteogenic training. She said the best part wasn't the scan, it was being able to pick up her grandchildren without fear of injury. Let's recap osteogenic loading: high-intensity, low-rep resistance training. Focus on bone-stimulating movements. Just once a week can be incredibly effective. Always start with proper technique and professional support. Every warm meal is not just a comfort. It's a choice to protect your future one bite and one move at a time. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. Muscle molecules, the secret signals of movement. By now you know that loading your bones with resistance is a powerful way to tell them get stronger. But what if I told you your muscles were quietly helping too, acting like tiny pharmacies releasing healing compounds every time they contract? It's true. This is the science of muscle molecules, also known as exerkines, and it's one of the most exciting breakthroughs in aging and bone health. What are muscle molecules? When you move your muscles, especially during resistance training, they release small signaling compounds into your bloodstream. These molecules travel through your body carrying instructions to different tissues, including your bones. And the message they carry is clear: reinforce, rebuild, regenerate. This means that even if you train just one part of your body, your entire system can benefit. Real example studies have shown that if you only train your right arm, your left arm still sees improvements in strength and bone health. That's how far-reaching these signals can be. Now imagine what happens when your whole body gets involved. How do we activate muscle molecules? You don't need to work out for hours. What matters is consistency and muscle engagement. Here's what we recommend: 2 sessions per week of moderate resistance training. Each session should focus on full body movements. Use weights that allow for 10-12 reps per set. Perform 2-3 sets per exercise with proper form. This isn't about lifting heavy like in osteogenic loading. This is about stimulating your muscles to release those beneficial molecules into your bloodstream regularly. Think of it as a gentle flood of healing instructions flowing through your body with every rep. Great exercises to try: dumbbell rows, seated leg press, wall push-ups, resistance band exercises, modified lunges or step-ups. And yes, walking, light gardening, and even dancing contribute too. The more your muscles move, the more they support your bones. The beauty of synergy. Here's where it all comes together. Your building blocks give your body the raw materials. Osteogenic loading applies targeted pressure to your bones. Muscle molecules create a full-body environment that promotes growth, strength, and resilience. The more muscle you build, the more you'll be able to lift, and that in turn enhances your osteogenic sessions. This creates a positive feedback loop of strength and renewal. You don't have to be an athlete to benefit. You just have to start moving and keep going. Let's recap. Contracting muscles release healing compounds called exerkines. These boost bone health, reduce inflammation, and improve strength. Moderate resistance training 2x/week can maximize this effect. You're not just working out, you're sending out signals of healing. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Your feedback helps me serve you better and helps others like you find support and hope on this journey. Resistance factors. Clearing the path for stronger bones. So far, we've focused on all the positive things you can do to support your bones, providing the right nutrients, applying strategic load, and activating healing molecules through movement. But now it's time to talk about something just as important: what might be holding you back. These are what we call resistance factors, the hidden headwinds that silently slow or even reverse your bone-building progress. They're not always obvious, but once you become aware of them, you can start clearing the path for your bones to thrive. What are resistance factors? Resistance factors are habits, conditions, or medications that work against your body's natural ability to rebuild bone. Let's walk through the most common ones gently, with curiosity, not judgment. Medications: long-term use of corticosteroids like prednisone, proton pump inhibitors, PPIs for acid reflux, some antidepressants, and seizure medications. These can interfere with calcium absorption, bone formation, or hormone balance. If you're on these meds, don't panic, but do talk to your doctor about monitoring bone health or alternative treatments. Chronic inflammation. Undiagnosed food sensitivities, gut issues, or autoimmune conditions can create a low-level fire in the body that accelerates bone loss. Poor sleep. Your bones rebuild while you rest. If sleep is short or broken, your body misses valuable repair time. Chronic stress. High cortisol levels from prolonged stress can weaken bones over time. It's your body's way of surviving but not thriving. Blood sugar issues. Poor glucose control, especially in diabetes, can reduce bone quality and increase fracture risk. Smoking and excessive alcohol. Both are well-documented culprits in decreased bone density and slower healing. Nutrient deficiencies. Even if you're supplementing calcium, if you're missing magnesium, vitamin D, or K2, your bones may not get the full benefit. What should you do? You don't need to fix everything at once. Instead, start with awareness. Ask yourself gently, is there anything in my lifestyle or health history that might be quietly working against my bones? Is it time to reevaluate a medication with my doctor? Could my sleep or stress be impacting more than just my mood? Even recognizing these questions is a turning point, one that moves you closer to stronger bones. Action. Step. Choose one resistance factor to explore further this week. That's it. Just one. Small, consistent awareness creates powerful change over time. Let's recap the full formula: BBXOXMMRF = strong bones forever. BB building blocks, minerals, vitamins, and protein to construct healthy bone. O osteogenic loading, smart strength training to stimulate growth. A muscle molecules, signaling compounds that amplify healing. RF resistance factors, hidden obstacles you can gently remove. This isn't just a formula, it's a roadmap to resilience, and it works no matter your age. A final word of encouragement. I've seen women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who thought it was too late only to watch their bone scans improve, their posture straighten, and their confidence return. You are not too old, you are not too weak, and you are not alone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lifewell Seniors for more content like this. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Let's support each other on this journey. And remember, your bones are listening. Let's give them something to grow on. Thank you for staying with me through all 6 parts of the Strong Bones Forever series. I hope it sparked a sense of hope, strength, and possibility in you. If it has, share it with someone you love, because stronger bones mean a stronger life.